let's be happy, be enthusiastic. We're back. We're going to record. We're going to be doing a weekend weird. People will be happy to hear from us. Right? Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, that's good because hello and welcome to Supernatural Selection. I'm your host, Kevin. With me this week are Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how are you?
I'm fine.
Fine.
Just tired. Did a lot of work today.
Yeah, I did too. I got from behind the counter for once and did some work.
Full of fish and sleepy.
That is some damn good fish, though.
Costco Guinness battered fish.
Yeah.
Ooh. I like Costco brand, but it was at Costco.
Yeah.
So it's a brand I've never seen locally before.
But it's like...
It wasn't Kirkland?
No.
Okay.
And it's like name brand Guinness battered, not beer battered. Guinness.
Yeah.
And that other voice you hear, of course, is Mr. David Davis. David, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm still hoping I have some time this weekend to burn down a warehouse. Yeah, everybody's doing it.
Yep. No.
It's also very, very fitting that it started in the Inland Empire, the area in which I live. I have been to that location.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love that.
One of our big malls also recently had a bunch of fires as well.
Wow. All they had to do was pay us a living wage.
Yeah, fire Luigi.
He's just going to have to burn the building down.
Yep.
No,
I am so freaking... I don't know. I don't want to get myself in trouble, but yay.
Yeah, no, and again, like, you know, it's about time, and just I hope that everybody has a chance before it gets too passe.
Yeah. Savory goodness. So before we get started with our articles, which order-wise, we're going to do me, David, Mike, if that's cool with everybody.
Okay. Yeah, it's like the default order now.
Yep. Okay, cool. Before we get started, there's something I need to talk about that I do not have an article for, but this is like a discussion thing we got to do here.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you guys have heard about this Patterson-Gimlin footage news.
I've heard a little bit about it on the periphery.
Okay, so the son of Mr. Patterson of Patterson-Gimlin footage. Now, for those that don't remember, the Patterson-Gimlin footage is that famous, like, 18 millimeter, 35 millimeter, whatever film of Bigfoot walking through, like, a destroyed section of forest, and it's where the famous Bigfoot pose comes from. We're all familiar with. Yeah. And the son of the guy, one of the guys that came forward with that footage, came forward with some more footage. It's the rehearsal footage.
Fuck.
Of Patty, as they call it, walking through the same area, and dude takes a mask off.
Oh, boy.
So, here's the thing. Some people are saying it's AI, but it is not AI. It's old footage. There's a documentary with the footage, so I've not seen the footage yet. But people that have, first off, I need to say that the suit in the test run footage is not exactly the same suit from the actual Patterson-Gimlin footage. And while that might sound like a big, well, obviously this debunk is debunked, it is not. In the 70s and 80s, the guy that made the suit came forward and said, they asked me to make them a gorilla suit, so I made them a gorilla suit. They sent it back to me and said, can you make the fur darker, make the shoulders wider, and give it tits?
Finally, we get to the tits part, because we haven't mentioned that yet.
We have not mentioned the fact that Patty has some Big Yeti Natural swinging on there. Anyway, so the dude, they sent the suit back, and he made the alterations, and that is the suit seen in the actual Patterson-Gimlin footage. What is in the thing... This confirms the guy that said he made the suit's story, which I find fascinating.
Yeah.
But the footage is fake, and there's a dude who runs a YouTube channel that is super pro Bigfoot. He's been like all over Bigfoot for several years now. He saw this new documentary, and he saw the footage, and I watched him talk about it, guys.
Mhm.
That is a destroyed man.
Oh no.
Oh, he is like, it's not fake, guys. It's real footage.
Oh no.
We're not saying Bigfoot doesn't exist, but the Patterson Gimlin footage is fake. I have no doubt about that. I'm like, wow, you
That just makes me
destroyed.
feel so bad.
I know.
I legitimately feel bad about that.
I feel bad for these people, but like the truth's out at least.
hmm
Again, this doesn't mean that Bigfoot doesn't exist necessarily. It just means that the Patterson Gimlin footage is bullshit.
Yeah.
And God, we needed to discuss that like right up top because goddamn.
Yeah.
So my first actual article for this episode, I hate to say it, guys. This is from a website called BroBible.com.
The most highest trustworthy authority.
Yes. Now, the reason I chose this is because it summarizes every article I have been sent about this for the last 2 months. I don't know if you guys have heard about all these UFO scientist people that have turned up dead or missing.
Yeah, that's another big story.
Yeah. So let's talk about that with this article from Bro Bible. Mystery swirls as multiple American scientists involved in top secret research are now dead or missing. Article is by Douglas Charles. It came out late April 1st, heading into April 2nd, so we're past the this is a joke thing. So, also big shout out once again to Paul Seaburn for most of the articles I'm going to be referencing tonight. So, the article begins, investigative journalists have connected 2 more cases to a mystery surrounding the deaths or disappearances of U.S. scientists and lab workers. One was a prominent researcher at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL. Another worked at Los Alamos National Laboratory, one of America's critical nuclear research facilities. This new report comes on the heels of the mysterious disappearances of retired U.S. Air Force Major General William Neal McCasland and McCasland's former colleague, aerospace engineer Monica Riza. So that's good. That's a good start right off.
Right.
Several prominent American scientists have disappeared or died mysteriously since July 2024. Now, I'm hoping it's not like mysterious heart attack.
Right. Or
like-
mysteriously falling out a window.
Yeah, they're not oligarch. It's not an oligarch thing. According to the report published on Tuesday by DailyMail.com, Frank Mywald, a NASA scientist who worked at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, reportedly passed away in Los Angeles on July 4th, 2024. However, no one has ever disclosed his cause of death, and authorities have confirmed that they never carried out an autopsy. NASA has also never commented publicly on the scientist's death. On May 4th, 2025, Anthony Chavez, a former worker at Los Alamos National Laboratory, disappeared without a trace. The Los Alamos Police Department told DailyMail.com that the search for Chavez is, quote, still ongoing, and that almost a year later, no new information in the case has emerged. 2 months later, Melissa Cassius, believed to have security clearance for sensitive data at Los Alamos National Laboratory, also disappeared without a trace under almost identical circumstances. Authorities last saw her miles from her house walking alone without her wallet, phone, or keys after she uncharacteristically worked from home that day. Monica Riza, JPL's director of the Materials Processing Group, disappeared just 4 days before Cassius. She reportedly worked on developing a special metal for rockets as part of a U.S. government project overseen by General McCasland. McCaslin, who was last seen on February 27th, 2026, disappeared in nearly the same manner as Chavez and Cassius. Each year, more American scientists and researchers go missing without a trace. Also, last year, someone shot and killed Nuno Loureiro, who was developing nuclear fusion as a limitless energy source. Another unknown assailant shot and killed astrophysicist Carl Grillmeyer, a California Institute of Technology researcher, on the front porch of his home on May 16th, 2026. Yeah, I know. He contributed to the NEOWISE and NEO-Surveyor infrared telescope projects, which track asteroids using the same physics as military satellite and hypersonic missile tracking systems. Then, on March 17th, 2026, someone discovered Jason Thomas, a pharmaceutical researcher at Novartis testing cancer treatments, dead in a lake after he had gone missing 3 months prior.
Fuck.
Any thoughts so far?
Jeez. No, it's wild, like, when it's laid out like that.
I know.
Yeah.
Congressman Tim Burchett has been fueling conspiracy theories. Quote, "Something dark is going on. I know these scientists and researchers. They have testified. We've got to get to the bottom of it," Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett said in a recent interview. "It's just too much. Too much is going on right now, and by the way, I'm not suicidal."
Did he actually say that?
Yes.
Fuck.
It in the thing. That's I love that he put that in there as a caveat of if I turn up dead.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I say every time I leave a room.
Really?
Yeah, no, every time I leave a room. By the way, I'm not suicidal. You never know.
Yeah,
you never know,
that's
bro.
fair. That's fair. The congressman added, quote, "There have been several other throughout the country that have disappeared under suspicious circumstances. I think we ought to be paying attention to it. The numbers seem very high in these certain areas of research. I think we'd better be paying attention, and I don't think we should trust our government." Motherfucker, you are the government. When asked why there aren't more whistleblowers willing to come forward with what they know about UFOs in another March interview, Tim Burchett responded that he thinks it is because they're afraid someone will disappear them. Sorry, you said, David?
No, I was like, I could see based on what he's talking about, yeah.
Yeah. "I think being murdered is what they're afraid of," he said. "I think some of them truly are because of things they've seen." And that's the article. Now, the thing is, that's interesting, and, like, it's not the first time in my life that I've heard this whole bunch of scientists working on, like, energy tracking stuff and alternative energy go missing.
Yeah. The other thing, though, is there's a lot of people who work in the science industry, and it's when you lay it out in a pattern like this,
Sure,
it sounds scarier than it may actually be. It could just be like, no, I mean, people die, people disappear.
Yeah.
And if you're just like, hey, if we're looking strictly at these people in these industries, it's like, if you were doing like car salesmen, right? And like, did you know over the past 2 years, 30 car salesmen have gone missing or have died? What is Tesla doing? Like, yeah.
Did you know that RV salesmen eat shrimp? Yeah.
Well, damn it. Well, my work here is done. I'll see y'all later.
No, I mean, like, Mike, does this, like, how do you feel about the conspiracy?
I just don't see, like, why. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, one of the guys, correct me if I'm wrong, he was in pharmaceuticals, right?
Yes, Novartis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the underlying thread is that yes, they all work in some sort of STEM field, but I'm not seeing them like in a unified.
And like the fusion researcher guy, I mean, fusion's still a long ways off, and you don't hear about any of the like the molten salt reactor people like getting killed by big energy.
Sure, now that you've said that, though, like all of them are going to be on one airplane that gets shot
We're
down
just
by a
gonna see
missile.
a bunch of people molten by salt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow,
but
very biblical.
Did the congressman, I believe it was a congressman, yeah?
Yeah, Burchard.
He said that they testified?
I'm guessing some of these were like during the hearings on UFO research, since some of them. I'm willing to wager he's talking about McCaslin, since he was very big on UFOs.
Yeah, like, I mean, what's the pharmaceutical guy going to be like? Yeah, we are ripping off Americans.
Yeah.
Like,
They're like, I did some LSD and I saw aliens one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, I don't know, man. It's weird.
I mean, the closest I've ever come to believing any conspiracy like that was the Boeing whistleblower. But that guy also, you know, like, he had his problems, so.
Right.
Yeah. It's just like the way that it's phrased, like, yeah, it's easy to kind of like buy in, and even I was like, damn.
Yeah,
but,
no,
like,
I
no,
mean,
when you think about it, when you really think about it, you could take any sort of subset of humanity and just like say, if you just track those deaths, you'll be like, oh yeah, no, absolutely. People who are vegetarians are being killed off. So,
you know, I was going to say that, like, I'm willing to wager that the science fields like this have a lot of, like, Jack Parson types.
yeah.
Like, you know, I'm just saying, like, the intelligent people tend to be depressed, whether they admit it or not.
Neurotypicals don't realize how many neurodivergents are out there. And
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, one day you're working on a salt reactor, the next day you take your shoes off, walk into the lake, and that's it. You happen to have rocks in your pockets.
Yeah. Or even better, salt. No, it would just solve.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, kill the fish.
Smart enough to do a salt reactor, not smart enough to realize that salt's going to melt
God,
in the water.
That's why they haven't died, Mike. They keep trying to drown themselves with pockets full of salt, and all it does is make it buoyant.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because, you know, you float on salt water. That's actually the origin of the Great Salt Lake in Utah. It's just a bunch of the Los Alamos guys. Yeah, they just tried to kill themselves once they realized they were making the nuke, and just pockets full of salt, man. Fuck. But no,
I'm glad we can joke about suicide.
Yeah. Well, you know, there aren't enough podcasts that still do that, Dave Ross. But yeah, I find it fascinating because there's been a lot of, like, there was one dude who used, like, I think it was a basis for Iron Butterfly, became like a physicist and was saying he was like working on teleportation technology, and then he vanished, and like 10 years later they found his car in the woods.
Yeah.
I mean, I would just be interested in like the statistics of people just vanishing every year, because that's always.
Oh, man, you know what? I'm glad you said that. We're gonna have to do a missing 411 episode at some point. That's a number of people that like go missing in national parks.
Yeah,
and then they
you know, we could do our own unsolved mysteries thing.
Yeah,
if you have any information.
Yeah, and then like they disappear, and then like if they find them, they're like 70 miles from where they were within a few hours, or like they don't find them, but they find their clothes neatly folded under a tree. It's just weird.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of conspiracies that it's aliens. So, yeah. Anyway, that's my first article because, God, that's been in the news.
Yeah, absolutely.
So David, what have you got for us?
Okay, well, I've got an article from the New Republic. This was on April 1st, but it's a real story.
Yep. Most of my articles came out on April 1st and were real stories. Mike,
you always got to double check
True
that
stories.
shit.
True story. Sorry.
So this is from Hafiz Rashid. Top female official doubles down on claim he teleported to Waffle House.
Oh man, I'm so glad somebody's talking about that because me and Mike discussed that a little bit on the car ride home one night. Remember? You brought it up, yeah.
Yeah. Greg Phillips says he knows what he experienced, and it's proof of the power of God.
Are you telling me this man literally pulled a, I know what I saw?
Yep. A Trump administration official continues to insist that he once teleported to a Waffle House despite being mocked.
Can I just, I didn't realize RFK's brain worm was like contagious. Is that fucking airborne and catching?
No, I mean, you cut one in half.
Oh,
maybe that's what he's doing. He occasionally the worm will like pop out of his ear, and he'll like take some scissors, clip it, and then put it in someone's cake or something.
Mike,
No, he wouldn't do cake.
Mike, it's like the bluegills from that episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. You know, the conspiracy episode.
Or it's like the ones from Wrath of Khan.
Yeah. God, what is it with Star Trek and fucking worms, man?
They're creepy. Nobody likes
that's
worms.
Fair. No, they don't. No, you know, that's the thing. In the r/mo morphism, nobody turns a worm into a hot girl. I'm just saying, there's no
Worm Chan.
There's no Kawaii Desu Worm Chan.
Now that you said
the
that,
thing is, every
prove us
time
wrong.
Worm Chan gets cut in half, your harem expands.
Ooh, wow. You know what? I think we got a new anime pitch.
That'd be the same thing with Starfish Chan, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then the problem is, like, then you start going with Tapeworm Chan, and like she wants to eat all the time. Just like you're out of money.
Her favorite food is cake.
Tapeworm Chan would be one of those, yandere.
Oh, the psychotic ones.
Yes.
Yeah. Man,
What the fuck are we doing?
I don't know. Tell us about this article on this teleporting dumb fuck.
As CNN reported in late March, Phillips has spoken on multiple podcasts about his teleportation activities, which include having gone to a church and to a breakfast restaurant chain.
Look,
One of the podcasts,
getting blackout drunk may feel like teleporting.
Yeah.
But it's not.
I used to call booze when I was an alcoholic. I used to call it my teleportation juice or my time travel juice.
You had a problem.
Yep.
Yeah. On one of the podcasts, Phillips, who serves as an associate administrator for the Office of Response and Recovery at the Federal Emergency Management Association, said,
FEMA!
quote, teleporting is no fun. It was real.
We're doomed.
Guys, this is not totally sick as hell. You do not want to just teleport into a Waffle House.
It is not badass.
Look, if I could teleport...
Sorry, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
If I could teleport to a Waffle House right now, I would.
I was going to say, if I'm teleporting, that is where I'm going to teleport.
Well, let's say you had like a teleport, you were granted a teleport ability where you can only teleport to one location and back. What location are you picking?
Fucking Waffle House.
Okay.
The older I get, the more that becomes the bathroom.
Okay, yeah. Actually,
okay, we're being real now.
Yesterday, yes, that would have been my wish.
Like imagine how much time, you'd save if you could just teleport to and from the bathroom. And heck,
what
you
if
could
you
be anywhere.
What if you could teleport to the bathroom, like position yourself over the toilet, and then teleport back but leave the poop? So it just drops.
So here's the thing. If you teleport out of a moving car, would you return to the moving car?
Oh.
Or would you return back to where the car had been at that velocity and go skidding down the road?
Well, Mike, by that logic, if you teleported back to where you were, you'd be dead of asphyxiation in deep space.
Oh, that's true.
Well, and then spatially speaking, like, what if someone's standing in your teleport spot?
You explode.
Do you get Cronenberged?
Explode.
Someone's using that bathroom.
Right?
Maybe it's just the nearest.
On 'em.
It's not like your bathroom. It's the nearest bathroom.
I don't know. I'd like to think it was my bathroom.
That would be pretty.
You end up like picking some like quiet corner of an office building, and then that's the day that you teleport into an unhoused junkie.
You teleport into Rick's special bathroom. Anyway, you've got an article to read. I'm sorry. We keep getting distracted with this
Well,
teleportation.
I do have one thought I want
Yeah?
to finish. It's like, how sick would it be, like, to, no matter where you are, you can shit in your own bathroom.
Yeah.
Right? No, that would be amazing. You pull over on the side of the road because you got to go. You just teleport in, do your business, and then you can drive home without feeling bad.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
So he's saying that teleporting is no fun.
Which is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a follow-up CNN report reveals that Phillips has since doubled down, posting repeatedly on social media that the experience is real and connected to his religious beliefs.
Oh, no.
I never recall Jesus mentioning anything about teleporting.
Well, maybe it's not Christianity.
Oh,
I want to say.
wait a minute.
I want to say there is like some example in like one of the non-canon gospels of like Jesus like being in two places at once.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking, like, ancient Roman crucifixions used to be X's, right?
Yeah.
But we got the T's here. What if, like, the Bible was wrong and Christ was crucified on an X? And that means, like, when you join Christianity, you become an X-Man.
Are you telling me that Jesus Christ was Nightcrawler?
Duh. Yeah.
Mein Gott.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Yeah. Let's get
On Truth Social last week.
Oh.
Speaking of Truth Social, did you all see the snuff film?
What?
I heard about
The
it. I didn't
snuff
see
film?
it.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
No.
Our sitting president posted a woman being brutally murdered on Truth Social.
Dumb son of a bitch.
Like, actual video.
God
It was-
fucking damn it. What the
It was
fuck?
grotesque.
Yeah, I bet.
So also on Truth Social is a guy who thinks he can teleport because of Jesus.
Jesus would let you teleport to a Waffle House.
Yeah. Especially like real Jesus and not supply side Jesus.
Actually, the thing is, it would probably be white Jesus that teleports
Yeah.
you to the Waffle House. Like real historical Jesus, I don't know where he'd send you, but like white Jesus.
Probably a falafel
You
place.
mean basically Kid Rock.
Wait a minute. Falafel House.
Oh man.
Why is there no Falafel House?
How has nobody
Copyright
done that?
infringement.
Google that shit. Wait, I'm
Yeah.
gonna Google that shit.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, all right. I need to know if there's a falafel house. It's like there has to be.
Okay, first I'm Googling it so I get... Yeah, okay, I spelled it right.
Mike, spell falafel.
FalafelHouseCo.com.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's a
It's-
co.com. Oh, wait, no.
It's in Colorado.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Spinach Sambusek. The special #1 French fries, rice, garlic. Yeah, no, they're a real thing.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Problem is, I'd rather have
Pitas.
waffles than falafels.
They got pitas.
I mean, you got to mix it up sometimes.
No. If I could live off
Okay.
waffles, I would.
Oh, they got baba ganoush.
How are your feelings on pancakes? Could you live off pancakes?
Oh, yeah.
Mike loves pancakes.
I love pancakes. I love all breakfast foods equally, except for hash browns.
Fair enough.
Hash browns are hit or miss for me.
Hash browns are like my favorite thing.
Yeah, I won't denigrate anybody for liking hash browns.
Yeah.
It's just they're just not.
I
my
love
bag.
hash browns.
I know that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
There's not my thing. I
Sure.
prefer grits or I don't know, something else.
What does this have to do with a teleporting guy?
We fell into the falafel household.
This is the true distraction hole.
Quote, I know what I've experienced, and
God.
I know who I serve.
Oh,
Replying
God.
to another detractor, Phillips posted, I have no regrets for my words nor my faith in my Savior Jesus Christ. The Bible has many examples of the power of God. In still another post, Phillips cited a passage from the New Testament book of Acts where the Holy Spirit, quote, snatched away an Apostle Philip after baptism on a road between Jerusalem and Gaza, and Philip then is then described as showing up in the city of Azotus miles away.
So he would use the word snatched.
Yeah.
Yep.
On a podcast in January 2025, Phillips said of the Waffle House experience, I was with my boys one time and I was telling them I was going to go to Waffle House and get Waffle House. I ended up at a Waffle House. This was in Georgia, and I ended up at a Waffle House like 50 miles away from where I was.
You got blackout drunk and woke up in a Waffle House.
Or he
It's
had
not
a
the
stroke
first
and ended
fucking
up
time.
at the Waffle House.
He also sounds very I'm gonna put this like country. I was gonna go to Waffle House and get Waffle House.
What? Well, I mean, you can't go to Waffle House and get Burger King, so I don't know why you'd have to specify.
I need to go to McDonald's to get McDonald's.
I would say,
I don't know.
go to Waffle House and get food, but this guy, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
What do we know? He's with FEMA.
Look, you could go to Waffle House and get served.
you can go to Waffle House and get your ass kicked.
Yeah, exactly.
That's called the knuckle sandwich.
So
Again, this man is in FEMA.
yeah. So Falafel House has a special number 2, your choice of tabbouleh hummus sandwich or hummus sandwich for French fries and a can of soda.
Sounds good. Do they have waffles on the menu?
For
Can
$9.50.
you get waffles at the House of Falafel?
It doesn't look like it, but you can get a bowl tzatziki
Ooh.
meat combo plate. God, I want to go here. Fuck.
Fuck yeah, man.
Oh, God, Wadsworth Boulevard, Unit F, Lakewood, Colorado.
So we all can go there when we go to Colorado to go to Casa Bonita.
Casa
There we go.
Bonita. Anyway, David.
One day
continue.
when we play Red Rocks.
Yes.
There we
Yes.
go. Anyway, back to this asshole.
Yeah.
We just keep. God. Anyway, continue.
Phillips' job at FEMA has a lot of responsibility dealing with emergency aid, restoring infrastructure, search and rescue operations, and distributing disaster assistance amounting to billions of dollars.
I don't think he does any of that.
At least one high-ranking official at the agency has praised his efforts, calling him FEMA's best hope at this moment when he was hired back in December. Again, that sounds kind of backhanded.
Yeah.
FEMA's best hope at this moment.
Currently
The teleporting Jesus guy.
is our best. Oh, God.
No, it's even worse. The teleporting Jesus Waffle House guy.
Yep.
Oh. But Phillips' past, aside from his teleportation fixation, is controversial.
Oh, you think?
As a major proponent of the big lie, the conspiracy theory that Donald Trump only lost the 2020 election because it was rigged against him, he has had a prominent role in Dinesh D'Souza's election denial flop film 2000 Mules.
I'm getting depressed. Wow.
I did not know this much about some fucker who works at FEMA.
You know,
I should not know that he's a teleporting, waffle fiend.
a teleporting Jesus freak that loves waffles, yes.
Right? And in January 2025, he said on a podcast regarding President Biden, I would like to punch that bitch in the mouth right now. He is a nasty, shitty, crappy human being, and he deserves to die, and I hope he does.
Okay, I hope he can only teleport to IHOP from now on.
IHOP's not bad.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, it's no Waffle House. Yeah, no, I get you. Last week, Phillips was supposed to testify at a House Homeland Security Committee hearing, but after CNN's initial report, he was taken off the schedule.
Oh, boy.
Democratic Representative Benny Thompson said at the hearing that Phillips...
Benny Thompson's from here. Sorry, he's our dude.
Oh, no, excellent. And he's good, right? We like him.
Yeah, he's a Democrat.
He's your normal what you call it?
He's
Democrat.
a politician. He's not the worst.
Okay, I mean, hey, at least you don't have fucking Chad Bianco out here.
Yeah, no shit.
That motherfucker. Anyway, quote, Phillips, quote, violent rhetoric and wild conspiracy theories are troubling for someone who holds a leadership position at DHS. Thompson was joined by Democratic Representative Tim Kennedy, who said Phillips was, quote, wildly unfit for his role as head of FEMA response and recovery because of his violent statements about former President Biden and deeply troubled bigoted comments about immigrants. I'm also going to throw out that he believes he teleported to a Waffle House for Jesus.
Yeah, I feel like those other things are like, yeah, okay, he thought he teleported through the power of Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit.
Well, Kennedy added one more thing, all of which to me makes him wholly disqualified to hold his position on its own, but only to be outdone by his claims of being teleported to a Waffle House.
Oh, thank God. Someone brought it up.
Oh my God.
Oh, Christ. And these are the people in charge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, to be fair, like, if it did happen, like, cool. Teleporting to a Waffle House, love it.
It did
But
not happen.
But all the other stuff on top of it, it's like, well, no, I don't want this guy to have the Waffle House teleportation ability.
No.
Kind of an asshole.
I hope if he can teleport, that's the only place he can teleport to. That one specific Waffle House.
He can only teleport into the Waffle House bathroom in the toilet. Like, his shoes are always going to be wet.
I guess, hey, what if it was inverted head first into the toilet?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
But yeah, so you know, it's always cool when our government folks are out there just telling us what they really think, like teleportation powers or writing Bigfoot fan fiction.
Yeah.
Love it.
So the special number 2 at Falafel House is only $9.50.
That's not bad. And what do you get on it?
You can get a tabbouleh hummus sandwich or a hummus sandwich with French fries and a drink.
I like that. That's not bad, honestly.
No, honestly, I was sitting here going, how much is it? Wow, this is all really reasonable. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Kev wants to go number 2.
Dude, extra lamb kebabs for $9.50.
That's not bad. Damn, man.
Shrimp kalea for $18. Okay, I gotta stop.
Yeah, I mean, I suddenly want, like, falafel. Like, for dinner tonight, I had, like, a steak chimichurri quinoa bowl or whatever. But, like, man, like, oh,
Yeah,
God.
I might, when we get paid, I might have to go to our local Greek place. Damn it.
Do it.
Yeah.
There's an Indian place near me I want to go to, and I just haven't had the chance to go down. But that
Man,
sounds
that's somewhere we hadn't been
dank
in a
as
while,
hell.
Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spice Avenue.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's a wonderful name.
It is.
Indian.
It's good Indian food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my story.
Okay, well, we eventually got to the end of it because we kept talking about fucking food. Oh, this teleporting son of a bitch. Oh, Christ. Somehow, Dead Scientist is the less depressing article so far.
That's the most fucked up part.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
the dead scientists, you're like, oh, that's kind of like, and this is gonna sound terrible, but like, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of fun in a really fucked up way. It's like, oh yeah, no, you know, I watched the
Conspiracy.
X-Files.
Yeah,
I watched the
exactly.
X-Files. But like this FEMA teleportation guy, it's just like, oh, this isn't fun.
Yeah. You know, I can,
Ooh.
through the power of Jesus, I can turn food into poop.
Yeah, for $8 here, we got a market where you can get pita dip with baba ganoush.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we're getting distracted again. Mike, what's your first article?
So, I know Kevin knows, but David, I don't know your history. Have you ever, what was your history with analog, media? Like,
I mean,
use like cassette tapes or VHS?
oh yeah, no,
Okay.
I didn't get my first CD until like 1999, I think.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Oh,
no, I
yeah.
grew up with
Okay, so
I grew up with VHS tapes, records.
so you're familiar with, like, you know, making copies of copies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the degradation there. So this article from Gizmodo from March 24th. Scientists tried to clone clones forever. It didn't end well.
Oh boy.
Yeah, remember Multiplicity?
It mentions that in the article, yes.
Oh, good.
But countless scientists and at least a dozen high-concept sci-fi comedies over the past 30 years have speculated on the potentially degrading effect of making clones out of other clones ad infinitum. The same year that researchers first cloned Dolly the sheep, the Michael Keaton comedy Multiplicity compared it to the visual static added when your office Xerox machine makes a copy of a copy of a copy. Now, biologists in Japan have determined that what they believed might actually be a hard limit on just how many successful, viable clones can be made from generations of past clones. Drawing on 20 years of their own research serially cloning mice, the team had hoped to make infinite clones of clones with the help of a promising reagent additive, trichostatin A, which helps to suppress the activity of genetic mutations during the cloning process. Quote, we initially concluded that the serial cloning could be continued indefinitely. Teruhiku Wakayama and his colleagues noted on their new study published Tuesday in the Journal of Nature Communications. Quote, since the success rate improved slightly with each successive generation. It was all smooth sailing, in fact, until the researchers started cloning their 25th through 27th generations of mice. But by 58th generation, according to Wakayama's team, the mice did not even survive for more than a day.
Wow.
Scientists have used trichostatin A as an antifungal antibiotic, but it can also inhibit the functioning of certain enzymes in mammals, like mice and also humans. For Wakayama and his team's purposes, however, the compound also acts as what they call an epigenetic modification reagent, suppressing unwanted DNA transcription factors or the enzymatic proteins that activate pieces of the potentially harmful mutations in a mouse's genetic code during cloning. You got all that, right?
Yeah, it basically is supposed to stabilize the genes in the clone.
Well, not stabilize, but yeah.
Yeah, well, prevent mutations.
Yeah. More than 1,200 clone mice were produced from a single original donor mouse, according to Wakayama, a developmental biologist who works for the University of Yamanashi's Advanced Biotechnology Center, and his co-author, and surprisingly, most... Oh, it is co-authors. That was a period there. And surprising, most fared well before the drop-off. Quote, late generation clones except the last generation that survived to birth were notably healthy, the team reported, with normal lifespans despite carrying numerous deleterious mutations. Deleterious mutations. That's a word.
Okay.
These recloned clones, in fact, also developed with most of their reproductive organs healthy and intact, the researchers found. Quote, raising the possibility that subsequent generations could be produced via sexual reproduction. Their study suggests that further experimentation with reagents like trichostatin A might further extend cloning deeper into the successive generations. They found the compound remained effective even as they worked with later, more difficult generations of their clones. The success rate for implanting a clone donor cell nucleus into an egg was 3 times more successful for even 51st generation clone mice when trichostatin A was used, a 5.4% success rate, as opposed to without the reagent, 1.6%. Wakayama's team did, however, measure some hard facts about the number of natural mutations that emerge between each successive generation of their clones. Each new round of clone mice required about 70 small, quote, single nucleotide variants and about 1.5 additional and more substantial structural variants to their genetic code.
Now, can I throw something in here real quick? Did you know that this is the theory of why the Greys are abducting us?
Yeah, no, it's been
It's
a trope of sci-fi for quite a while.
Yeah.
Ever since someone thought of cloning, someone thought of
but I just
generational degradation.
Yeah, and that's why the Greys are abducting us, because our fluids are better.
I was gonna say, like, they're saying up through like the 25th generation of just the same clone source, right?
No, this is generational clones, like the 25th successive generation of
Okay, so you know who's gonna really love this?
That teleporting guy?
Elon Musk.
Oh God.
He's so worried about like infertility and he needs people to go to Mars for him.
He looks like the clone. He looks like the copy of the copy of the copy clone from Multiplicity. Okay.
I would be surprised if he has plans to like have a clone baby of himself.
I'm not saying that like for him. I'm
Oh,
saying
no.
like, no, like get the working class to get cloned.
Yeah.
Like some
But-
sucker's going to be like, oh yeah, no, I'll take $3,000. You can have my DNA.
Sure, but the
And
thing
then all of a
is,
sudden we've got a bunch of like meat puppets.
I want him to have a clone child of himself and name it Boba Musk.
But why would you need a clone? The working class. A 17-year-old Tanqueray's already got three kids.
Did you just say Tanqueray?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that. That's a good name.
Tanqueray sounds like a hillbilly redneck girl name. Tanqueray, you come back here.
You mean the gin?
Yeah,
Okay.
I always thought that sounded like a.
Yeah. Tanqueray, you get back over here right now.
You put your shoes and your dress back on.
No, Mama.
Don't make me get Captain Morgan, your brother.
Oh, God. Captain Morgan Johnson, you get back in this yard. Put your foot down.
I'm busy fighting with Kraken.
God. I'm going to call your brother Sailor Jerry.
Oh God! All right, so while
And their
this
father is Jack Daniels.
Actually, we had a dude come in and, like, he said his name was Jack Daniels and pulled out his driver's license. His parents named him Jack Daniels, whatever his last name is.
touch a cop out.
But still, his parents named him after what probably led to the
Did
marriage.
he get a discount for being named after the alcohol?
No,
He asked, and we said, fuck no.
maybe if his last name was really Daniels.
Yeah, if it was
Yeah.
Jack Michael Daniels, maybe.
Yeah.
But no.
While this rate was not out of the ordinary, those structural variations built up over multiple rounds of recloning. Over time, they found, quote, the buildup of harmful variants appeared to have outweighed adaptive effects, with the chromosomal recombination effects of sexual reproduction to filter out, without the chromosomal recombination effects of sexual reproduction to filter out the large and potentially harmful genetic variations. Here, too, there was evidence that even a slight pivot back to sexual reproduction could course-correct these issues. The researchers' late-generation clone mice, for example, were born with noticeable abnormalities in their placenta, but when those mice mated naturally, the offspring's placenta had returned to normal. Theories around why mammals and other creatures evolved to reproduce sexually, including a case that it helped earlier species protect themselves from parasites by offering robust genetic diversity. Wakayama and his group's own journey into the end of genetic recloning might suggest mammals need to mate to protect their genome from going stale over time. So
Just got to shoot some fresh DNA in there once in a while.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
like with the Greys.
So
It's
you
like
just- that's all
it's like
someone call up the Greys, tell them all they need to do is fuck.
They don't have balls.
They can fuck. Look, if they're clones of the ones that could fuck, so they can fuck.
Here's the thing. It depends. If it's the 1950s or 60s, those guys probably had balls because they wore little uniforms and
Yeah.
unitards and stuff. But, like, the modern Greys, they bust nude and they don't have a ding-dong. So,
They're not clones. They're genetic, like, freaks or something.
no, they're clones, but, like, I feel like they...
Well,
this is future Greys.
a clone is a copy.
Yeah, which
They're
is
a
why they
fu-
don't have dicks.
But if they were cloned from something that had dicks, they would have dicks.
Yeah, well, that's the point. This is a future generation. They're time travelers, too. Did I mention that?
Yeah, but it's a
Their
copy.
dicks fell off.
you couldn't survive the temporal travel. Just popped off.
I'd hate
They
to see that
started
version of
cloning from
Terminator.
somewhere, and those somewhere could sexually reproduce.
Now I'm picturing that they can't time travel with a dick, and it's the weirdest version of Terminator.
Well, here's the thing. We've seen we've seen what they looked like beforehand, because there was that very funny picture I posted of the two aliens outside the guy's bedroom.
You know, you're just always going to bring that up now.
Because it's very, very funny to me.
Of course it is.
Absolutely. It's just, if you're going to be doing long-term cloning like that, it's kind of like, making chili for the week. You get down to a certain portion, you just fill up that pot again with other ingredients, let it slow cook, and you keep doing it that way.
So
It's the same thing. Just throw some DNA in there.
So here's the thing, though. This is, if you're cloning, then you can keep a, batch of, genetic material that you're always drawing from. You don't have to like re-clone the clones. You just, instead of making a copy of a copy, you just go back to the master and recopy that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously this is just done for research, but if you have say a whole ass mouse that has a lot of genes in it, you can, just get some new genes.
I mean, those genes would have to be tiny, though.
Yeah. Go to the outlet mall, get some jeans.
If mouse wore pants, where they wear them like this or like that?
I like to think that the front paws are hands.
I've seen Stuart Little. Yeah, a little Michael J. Fox mouse.
Yeah, but what if they
a fucking sweater?
But what if they culturally indoctrinated him and away from the way mice would wear pants if they, had culture?
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to need some mice. We're going to need some pants. Let's figure this out.
I'm calling the Greys.
We're going to need some really tiny seamstresses.
This is so
I happen
weird.
to know some Lilliputians, so we'll be okay.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad they're still around, and now we're going to be using them like a sweatshop for mice.
Yeah. Just like the Oompa Loompas.
I don't like the look
it's gonna
of
be
it.
jeans.
Oh, God. Yes, the Pants Factory run by Lilliputians. Absolutely wonderful.
I mean, definitely really interesting, because, again, you see that so much in science fiction, that idea of the sample degrading so much that, the clones are getting worse and worse and worse. But, to know that, you could successfully, clone from, 25 generations.
Oh, this was, they said they were getting, up into the 50s before they were, having, real problems.
Yeah, when it starts just peeing itself.
No, just a mouse comes out with two butts.
Honestly,
no
it sounds
head.
like at just some point the mouse before, the generation before, was all right. They were kind of fucked up, but not bad. And then all of a sudden, you get mice that are just spontaneously dying,
or they explode.
So yeah, that's fun.
It's interesting, and again, multiplicity.
I don't want to know
fun.
how the oligarchs are going to use it. I don't want them to know this.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's going to backfire on us.
Yeah, I don't want them to have this.
Yeah,
they're going to fuck it up for us.
I'm gonna lose my job to myself.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how about we take a break?
Yeah.
And when we come back, we will do our next set of stories, and we'll have our segment. So we will be right back after this. Hey, Kevin here. Hope you're enjoying the episode.
Hey, who are you talking to, Kevin?
Listeners of our shows, I also want to let them know that if they're enjoying what we've been doing, they can support us on Patreon.
Oh, Patreon. Were you going to tell them about the early episodes? Also, Patreon-exclusive episodes that can be found there, too?
Well, yeah, I was going to do
yeah, and then there's the other cool stuff, including art, merch for subscribers, like tote bags, hoodies, shirts, mugs.
Yeah, and
Can you believe people could support us for only $5 a month? You're definitely going to mention that, too, right?
I was. Support Supernatural Selection and the Distraction Hole on Patreon for as little as $5 a month. Visit patreon.supernaturalselectionpod.com to learn more and get started today. And we're back. So, guys, during the break, I decided I was going to give you all a choice.
Uh-oh.
All right, so grab your butts. Do you want to hear an article about Matt Gaetz?
Gates?
Gates? Is it Gates? I've heard Getz and Gates. So
I don't know.
Well, you know that guy
Yeah.
with
Yes.
with Satan eyebrows, or one that pertains to me.
Don't
You.
know.
What's that?
I'll say you, Kevin.
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
We'll find out what's wrong with you.
Actually, yes. This is an article from the University of Western Australia.
Good night.
Good day, mate. Article came out March 31st, 2026. I'm not going to do that accent the whole time.
Crikey, a dingo ate my baby.
Dingo
Which is an incredibly sad story.
It is.
A dingo
It's
ate
so
my
fucking-
dingo.
There we go. A dingo ate my dingo. Does not say who wrote this, but I thought it was interesting because Paul Seaburn posted this, and I replied to the article saying, "Hey man, I actually have this shit," and talked about it, and he was like, "Wow, that sounds a lot less horrifying than I thought." Exploding head syndrome, the surprisingly common condition with a terrifying name.
It's called scanners.
Yes.
The scanner planner. Oh, man. So, this article by research professor Flavie Waters.
That sounds like a fucking Australian flavored water drink.
Flavy Waters.
Pass me my Flavie Waters over there.
They're not a very serious people.
No, not really.
Dollary dudes.
I like to mix me Flavie Waters with me Forsters. Anyway, Flavie Waters from the School of Psychological Science at the University of Western Australia was originally published in The Conversation on March 31st, which is the same goddamn day. Have you ever been drifting off to... You ever been drifting off to sleep when... No, I'm not doing it. Have you ever been drifting off to sleep when suddenly you hear what sounds like a gunshot, a door slamming, or an explosion inside your head?
What the fuck?
You jolt awake, heart pounding, sit upright in bed, but the room is silent. Nothing has happened, but it felt very real. This experience has a dramatic name. Exploding head syndrome. Despite the alarming name, it's not dangerous, not painful, and not a sign something is wrong with the brain. What is it? Exploding head syndrome is a type of sleep disorder known as a parasomnia. Parasomnias are unusual experiences that occur while sleeping or during transitions between sleep and wakefulness. In exploding head syndrome, a person, quote, hears a sudden noise that seems to originate from deep inside the head. It's a sensory perception generated by the brain rather than an external sound. It typically occurs when drifting in or out of sleep, most commonly when a person is drowsy and about to fall asleep. People commonly describe a sudden bang or loud metallic noise, gunshots, an explosion, crashing waves, buzzing electricity, a door slamming, or fireworks.
So here's the reason why I don't believe in intelligent design, because that's a pretty big fucking flaw in the model of like, hey, humans need to sleep. So just as they're about to sleep, I'm going to make an explosion go off inside their head and jolt them awake.
Yeah, didn't you know reality was coded by Bethesda?
All bless Todd Howard.
Yes.
Hallowed be thy name.
It just works.
Howard be his name.
Howard be his name. And it just works.
Yeah.
Exploding head syndrome can be intensely frightening. The loud noise may be accompanied by other sensations, including a brief stab of pain in the head,
Fuck.
though it's normally painless, flashes of light, out-of-body sensations, or the sensation of electricity coursing through the body.
When they say out-of-body sensations, are they talking about that like you feel like you're falling?
I don't know, because I've never had that. I get the
I get that a lot.
I get the flashes of light with the bang.
Yeah, see, like I get that a lot where I'll be lying there and I know,
Mm-hmm.
and it feels like I am literally falling like 3 feet, and
Oh yeah.
it scares
Yeah,
the
yeah,
shit out of
yeah.
me, dude.
See, I
Or
get what happens with mine is I will be laying there about to fall asleep, and then I hear a loud pop, like someone slapping the back of a television plant. You know, the
Huh.
plastic of a television. And
Okay.
I always, growing up, assumed it was just like
An aneurysm.
no, the TV cooling down
Okay.
in my room,
No, no,
and
they say the sound originates in the head, but like, do you hear it as coming from somewhere
I
else?
kept thinking it was coming from the television.
Okay, because I do occasionally like hear, like, say someone calling for my name or
Okay,
something like
see,
that.
that's what I had, and then I got on antidepressants, and now I don't have that anymore.
Interesting. I should look into that.
Yeah, you might want to.
Fuck.
what I get is this whole body jerk sometimes. Like I'm falling asleep and my
Yeah.
whole body just goes blah.
And in the ideal scenario, it's a dick jerk.
Ah,
Yeah.
I wish.
But like, no, I always thought it was weird that when I heard that when I heard what I thought was a TV cooling down, I saw a bright flash in, with my eyes closed.
Also, I think I don't know if this is related to any of this, but I'm starting to think about, like, when I was a kid, everything was very loud, like at night.
Mm,
Like, compared to today, things seem a lot quieter
interesting.
because we used to have, like, very loud, like, you could sometimes, like, hear electricity and stuff, right? Like, I feel like the world was louder
David, are
Oh,
you a
when I was a
cat?
kid.
So
Maybe.
you do lose like auditory frequencies and visual like
Yeah.
well actually no you don't lose. Well, yeah, that's a story for a different day. But yeah,
Yeah.
you do have, narrower frequencies you can hear.
Yeah. And
So,
like
yeah.
in graphic design, I learned a lot about what colors to use when doing designs for old people because of like their limited range of color sense as they age, which I'm now experiencing.
Oh, that's fun. That's good for you.
So yeah, as an artist, that's great.
Yeah, between that and your exploding head syndrome.
Yeah. So anyway, the episode only lasts for a split second or a few seconds and typically disappears completely once a person wakes up. Some people experience only a single episode, while others may have occasional episodes or brief clusters before the condition settles.
Oh,
Because
is that called a fireworks display?
yeah, because the
What
experience
the
is so
fucking 4th of July up in this shit?
it's like Vietnam in my head. Because the experience is so sudden and unusual, many fear they've had a stroke or seizure, or that something catastrophic has happened. Others interpret it as a supernatural or ominous event. The distress is caused not by pain, but by confusion and the body's alarm response. The brain is partially awake, disoriented, and briefly activates the fight or flight system. What causes it? We don't know the exact cause, but researchers have proposed several theories. Because episodes occur during the transition in and into and out of sleep, they may be related to the same process the processes that produce what are known as hypnagogic hallucinations, vivid sensory experiences you can get while falling asleep. As we fall asleep, different parts of the brain gradually switch off in a coordinated sequence. In exploding head syndrome, that process may be linked to the shutting down of neural systems that inhibit auditory sensory processing. Your brain may end up interpreting this as a loud sound. A related theory proposes a brief reduction in activity of the brainstem, particularly the reticular activating system, which is involved in regulating transitions between wakefulness and sleep. Exploding head syndrome typically does not involve pain and is therefore different from headaches and migraines. The syndrome's distinct feature also makes epilepsy an unlikely explanation for most people. Real quick, I read somewhere years ago that can be triggered by stress, and I had it real bad in high school and junior high.
And elementary school.
No, just junior high when my life started falling apart. So, yeah. How common is it? Exploding head syndrome is more common than you may think. Centipedes anyway. It occurs in at least 10% of the population, and around 30% of people will experience it at least once in their lifetime. It can occur at any age, often after the age of 50. Motherfucker. It may be slightly more common in women, but we don't know why. Well, aren't I a little fucking snowflake?
Like, again, this is a really big manufacturing error. Maybe they should have put the human species through a couple more rounds of quality assurance testing.
Yeah, I feel like we should go back to the previous version, the chimp software.
I don't know about that. My
Chimp
story coming up.
OS.
I don't know, man. Return to Monkey.
Oh, we'll find out what Return to Monkey looks like.
If it's what I think it is, the film gauge has been excited about it all day.
Yeah.
Exploding head syndrome is more likely in people who have other sleep disturbances such as insomnia or sleep paralysis. It is also associated with being more stressed or emotionally tense than usual, anxiety, disrupted sleep patterns, or poor sleep associated with daytime tiredness. How is it treated? I'm going to go ahead and summarize this part, which is, it isn't. Which is pretty much just, it's okay. Go back to sleep. That is literally the only treatment.
Now imagine if you're easily startled, you have sleep paralysis, and you have exploding head syndrome. And you're like, all of a sudden, you're like, oh shit, you try to get out of bed, you just flop.
That's the grays.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you think you're being abducted.
Yeah.
And then just the thing talking about it's generally harmless. So anyway, I thought it was interesting that we had an article pop up about something I actually have.
Yeah.
Which I love bringing it up to people because it's like, hey, have you got any... We'll be talking about stuff that's wrong with them. And I'm like, I have exploding head syndrome. How are you alive?
Oh, I can only do it once.
Yeah, I can only do it once.
Well, no, technically twice. You got two heads.
Yeah, wait, what? I'm not Zaphod Beeblebrox. What the fuck?
No, it was a dick joke.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Penis syndrome.
Dick jokes aren't as funny when you have to explain them.
That's very true, I found.
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking about this, and I'm wondering, like, now take a look at all of those, like, abduction stories.
Yeah.
How many of them are just this? Like, a person driving back on the highway, they pull over on the side of the road because they're tired. They start falling asleep.
Bam!
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I would love to recreate the sound so y'all could hear it. And just like... Because, Mike, when you used to spend the night, did I used to bring up... like I'd be like, did you hear that?
I mean, sometimes I heard like a little pop of, like house settling or something.
But it was never what I heard.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, not.
If you heard what I heard, you're psychic.
I mean, it could be you're hearing some noise that your brain's just amplifying.
Maybe, but God, it was fucked up. And I had...
It could also just be a poltergeist.
A poultry goose. Yeah, I had one here. I haven't been as stressed over the last few years as I used to be, so I haven't had one. And I had one about a week ago that reminded me of it, and then this article popped up. I was like, well, that's a goddamn synchronicity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Kevin?
Yeah?
Would you rather have a sleep paralysis demon or a sleep paralysis condition?
Can I talk to the demon?
Yeah, of course.
I'll take the demon.
There's no guarantee he'll listen to you, but...
Yeah, well, there's no guarantee anyone else will either, so whatever. I mean, I don't know. As far as I know, you guys are just sitting here going, come on, I want to get to my part.
No, I'm having fun, like, going into your head here.
Yeah, well, literally and figuratively, yes.
Yeah, if you hear any banging around in there, that's probably me. Moving the
Okay,
couch.
that's you. Well, would you stop it with a flashbangs already? It is very much like getting hit with a flashbang.
Hey, you guys want to see these cherry bombs?
Boom. Yeah. So, Mike, you've had some like that full body jerk thing, and David, you said you've had what was it you said?
Full body jerk. I've had that
falling.
situation where I've heard like voices, like it's like I feel like I'm hearing someone from another room, but also like that falling thing.
Right.
It's scary, dude. You wake
It
up
is.
and you feel
I've
like
had that. I've had the
it's awful.
falling. Yeah, the name calling thing, I used to hear that like awake all the time. And I brought this up to my psychiatrist after I got on the medication. I was like, yeah, I used to hear people call my name all the time, and then like you put me on the meds and I don't hear it anymore. And he was like, Kevin, that's psychosis. Why didn't you tell me you had that? And I said, because I thought it was normal to hear people yelling your name all the time.
I think I hear it during like the kind of weird transition period between like light sleep and then like actually getting the REM sleep.
Yeah,
I don't hear it like I'm sitting on the couch watching TV and then I hear my name from another room. I'm not hearing that unless it's actually like Holly calling me from another room.
Right. Yeah, see yours is like the whole hypnagogic thing. Mine was I'd be sitting there and I thought my mom would call me and I'd come in there and be like, "What?" And she's like, "I didn't say anything." And I just assumed she was fucking with me because it was my mom.
Your mom did seem like a gaslighter.
She was, very much so. And then she died, and I was still hearing it, and I was like, uh-oh.
Well, that's called trauma.
Yeah, well, I nonetheless, I'm on medication, and it's gone now.
Yeah, no.
So.
You exorcise that demon.
Yes, kind of. Anyway, so, David, what's your second article?
All right, y'all heard about the chimp civil war?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that.
Okay, let's talk about the chimp civil war. Actually, the thing is, Gage found footage of it, and I told him I want to take this footage, put a sepia filter over it, slow it down, and add violin and harmonica music, and then like narrate over it. My dearest Martha, it was the Battle of Banana Hill.
Dearest Gladys, my testicles are gone. Oh man.
I was struck
this shit is gnarly. I would be hesitant to actually like watch the video because like I've seen like chimp attack videos. That is terrifying.
They tear one apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is coming from me, the guy who used to go to like rotten.com in like high school, right?
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
fucker.
No, I'm too old for that now.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. This article is from Scientific American. This is from Jason P. Din. 200 chimpanzees are embroiled in a civil war. The world's largest known group of chimpanzees split into two factions that are now engaged in deadly combat.
Do you think it's the same reason we had a civil war?
I don't know. I get these things happen in nature with chimps, but like I'm always curious, like, what is it about splitting off that like makes them enemies?
Yeah.
Like, did one chimp raise his middle finger like "fuck you" as they're leaving? And it's like, hey, get your ass back here. I don't know.
Turns out it's taxes.
Yeah, maybe.
And the taxes are bananas. Anyway, continue.
The world's largest known group of chimpanzees recently burst into a lethal conflict. Much like a civil war, the group fractured into two. Then one faction began killing their former group mates on the other side, researchers write today in the journal Science. It's an exceedingly rare event. Scientists estimate that chimpanzee communities split on average every 500 years.
Holy shit. Wow. This is like a supernova of chimps.
It's like chimp Game of Thrones. Chimp Game of Thrones, like Westeros.
Well, then, unfortunately, in the video, I saw poor Ned Stark.
You saw the Red Wedding?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It was bad, man.
The paper is a, quote, tour de force, said Joseph Feldblum, an evolutionary anthropologist affiliated with Duke University who was not involved in the study. Oh, so he's just a fan. Awesome.
I just think it's really cool.
I think it's a really fucking cool paper, dude. I'll quote something for you. Um, the research relied on 3 decades of data dating to 1995 from Kibale National Park in Uganda, home to the Ngogo chimpanzees. That's how I'm going to pronounce it.
I wish you hadn't said 1995 in 3 decades.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
I'm just, it's like, you know my big 5-0's coming up next week, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Now let's hear about chimps killing each other. That'll cheer us up.
That'll certainly cheer me up. Monkey
Watch
murder.
another chimp beheading video. You'll perk right the fuck up.
Let's get back to monkey murder.
A community of about 200 individuals. Social relationships here clump around 2 primary groups, named the Central and Western clusters. For decades, they formed a single community in which chimpanzees shared territory, changed which cluster they most often affiliated with, and mated with individuals from the other cluster, until 2015, says the study's lead author, Aaron Sandell, a primatologist at the University of Texas at Austin. On June 24th of that year, Sandell was observing the Ungo chimpanzees when a Western party approached a Central one. Normally the two would mingle and then split, but this time the Western chimps quieted when they heard their Central group mates. Then they ran away and the Central bunch chased after them. Quote, nothing like that had been observed before, Sandell says. Even his colleague, John Mitani, a University of Michigan behavioral ecologist who had studied chimpanzees for 2 decades, didn't know what to make of the scuffle. And Mitani is, quote, rarely surprised by what they do, Sandell adds. The clusters began to separate geographically and socially. By 2017, the 2 groups occupied entirely distinct territories and patrolled their borders against outsiders. The following year, deadly violence ensued. Between 2018 and 2024, the researchers witnessed Western adults kill 7 males and 17 infants from the Central group.
Holy shit.
Reports. Yeah. Trigger warning, it's going to be a lot of dead chimps.
Well, thanks for telling me now.
I mean, if I say chimp civil war, you know chimps are going to die. So.
Yeah, I know. There's a part of me that wants it to be like cute and funny, like a Lancelot Link thing, and it just isn't.
No.
An additional 14 adolescent or adult Central males disappeared during that time, and their bodies were never recovered. These males hadn't shown sign of illness, so at least some of them may also have been victims of the Western chimpanzee aggression. They could have also been scientists, to be fair. I heard they're going missing, too.
Oh, yeah.
Sandell's team has documented at least 2 more attacks on Central males since the data analysis for this study ended in 2024. The authors say that the group split because its social relationships broke down. Sandell suspects those ties were strained by an unusually large group size, competition over food and reproduction, alpha male changes, and diseases that killed adults that were key bridges between clusters. It's like a Hatfields and McCoys situation.
Yeah.
A similar fracture happened in the Gombe National Park in Tanzania in the 1970s. There, the late primatologist Jane Goodall observed that several chimpanzees had split off into a new group, and former group mates later killed many of them.
Oh, wow.
Similar events preceded that break. The clustering of social relationships, a rise in reproductive competition, a change in alpha males, and the deaths of several community-bridging males. But because Gombe chimpanzees frequently ate bananas from humans, some primatologists doubted whether the group's fission was a natural behavior. Okay. This recent case is the first time that you could say definitively that the Civil War is actually happening, Sandell says. Now he wants to understand if social relationships drive conflicts in humans as they do our closest living relatives. Well, no shit. I don't know, that just seems like, no, we've observed social relationships.
Yeah.
Hatfields and McCoys. Sorry. One prominent theory is that the war stems from cultural differences such as ethnicity, language, and religion.
Oh, God, they're humans.
Peace interventions such as cultural diplomacy focus on bridging these divides. But if, like chimpanzees, our conflicts boil down to maintaining cordial and inclusive social networks, then these efforts may miss the most important point, Sandell says. is not just about learning about the cultures of other groups, but also about nurturing friendships that connect them. Quote, what we have to do is maintain interpersonal relationships, he says. In our own daily lives, with the people that we interact with, if we can reunite, even in the face of conflict, then I think that's a recipe for maintaining peace. And that's the article.
You know, while you were reading that in my feed, Captain Simeon and the Space Monkeys popped up. And I feel like that gives me hope for the chimp's future.
I want the fight, like I want to see like one chimp get a hold of a gun.
See, I remember thinking earlier, man, when are we gonna have like a chimp Iran Contra thing?
Fuck. Chimps bombing each other.
Yep.
Oh, sweet. They got it on Wikipedia now. Well, an update an hour ago for the Gombe Chimpanzee War.
God damn. That's
no. I'm sorry. This is back in the 70s. The one that Jane Goodall had seen. But I guess they're updating this page because, boys, we got Chimp War 2.
I sure hate that.
Man, that's wild.
Yep. Oh, man. So...
I'm sorry about the chimp slaughter, but
man,
I found that super interesting.
How the hell have both your articles dragged us down, David?
Yeah, between dying chimps and a federal worker who believes he teleported into a Waffle House. Like I
want to teleport him into the chimp civil war. Is that a thing I can do?
As long as there's a Waffle House there.
Well, we'll have to build one. Mike, how do you feel about this?
I don't know. I mean, it's just monkey war, right?
Like, it's fascinating. It really is. But
also,
it's like, man, that fucking sucks.
Poor little guys.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it just shows that happens. That's how wars go, I guess.
They really are our closest living biological relative, aren't they?
Yeah.
Man.
And you have to think, there's other groups, those chimps, and when chimps meet groups of chimps they don't know, it's, not good times. So, you think about it, these groups split apart somehow. So I'm guessing they're seeing it in action.
Now, here's the thing. Now imagine this, but Sasquatches.
Fuck.
I don't want to see Sasquatches throwing their poop at each other.
Oh no, man.
Sasquatch war.
You wish it was poop, man. I watched that footage and they just like pounced on one chimp and that was just like
I know.
Component meat.
I know.
It was bad. Anyway, Mike, what have you got to follow that up with? It might not be depressing, maybe, possibly.
Here's something that might lighten the mood. It's from BBC. The Beeb.
From the Beeb.
January 22nd of
Is
this
it about
year.
Jimmy Savile?
No.
Okay, good.
Quote, the title is, quote, they saw them on their dishes when eating.
What?
The mushroom-making people hallucinate dozens of tiny humans.
Oh, my God. Is this where the littles came from?
This reminds me of, oh, God, what was that show on Adult Swim? The mushroom one I was telling you guys about.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Oh, I gotta look that shit up. But yeah, keep going.
Only recently described by science, the mysterious mushrooms are found in different parts of the world, but they give people the same exact visions. Every year, doctors at a hospital in the Yunnan province of China brace themselves for an influx of people with an unusual complaint. The patients come with a strikingly odd symptom. Visions of pint-sized elf-like figures, marching under doors, crawling up walls, and clinging to the furniture.
Is this the machine elves?
The hospital treats hundreds of these cases every year. All share a common culprit. Lanmoa acetica, a type of mushroom that forms symbiotic relationships with pine trees in nearby forests and is a locally popular food, known for its savory, umami-packed flavor.
Umami just sounds like you're like somebody's turned on by someone's mom.
Yeah.
So the show I was talking about, it's Common Side Effects. I posted a couple pictures in host chat of like what these little things are. But like the people who do the mushroom in the show see these little guys.
Okay. Let me see. Host talk. Oh God.
It's a good show, and like, yeah, no, this is the exact thing that they show there.
Okay, the funny thing is the turtle looks just like the turtle from the Littles.
What show is this?
Common Side Effects, a fantastic show. And these little things come in like people, because it's like a restorative mushroom. So as people are like dying, these little guys show up and will help them as they're heal them as like the mushrooms taking effect. It's really good.
And yet the
Really
tiny man is like tormenting a man with a black eye. And
no, that guy got real fucked up, so they gave him the healing mushroom, and now they're trying to fix him.
oh no,
Yeah, no, it's really good.
this is fucking weird. Anyway,
So in Hunan, El Azteca is sold in markets. It appears in restaurants' menus and is served at home during peak mushroom season between June and August. One must be careful to cook it thoroughly, though, otherwise the hallucinations will set in. Quote, at a mushroom hot pot restaurant there, the server set a timer for 15 minutes and warned us, do not eat it until the timer goes off or you might see little people, says Colin Domnauer, a doctoral candidate in biology at the University of Utah and the National History Museum of Utah, who is studying El Azteca.
I kind of want to do this.
Yeah.
Quote, it seems like very common knowledge in the culture there. But outside Hunan and a couple of other places, the strange mushroom is largely an enigma. Quote, there were many accounts for the existence of this psychedelic mushroom and many people who looked for it, but they have never found the species, says Giuliana Ferrucci. Yeah.
Ferrucci?
Ferrucci? Yeah, that's a weird name. Furci. Furci. A mycologist and the former and executive director of the Fungi Foundation.
Ain't that fun?
A real fungi.
Hey, ain't that fun?
A nonprofit group dedicated to discovering, documenting, and conserving fungi. Donauer is on a quest to solve the decades-old mysteries about this fungi species and identify the unknown components responsible for its unusually similar hallucinations, as well as what it can possibly teach us about the human brain. Donauer first heard of El Azteca as an undergraduate from his mycology professor. Quote, it sounded so bizarre that there could be a mushroom out there causing fairy tale-like visions reported across cultures and time, Donauer says. I was perplexed and driven by curiosity to find out more. Because he wanted to eat one. He wanted to see the little people.
I
would
do.
love to do that, man.
I really would be interested in this.
Like, just like, hey, it's Friday night. You guys want to eat the little people mushrooms?
Y'all want to watch the weird little dudes?
Hell yeah, man.
I like that. What's your Friday night plans? We're going to drop some mushrooms and watch the weird little dudes. Oh, man.
The academic literature provided a few breadcrumbs. In a 1991 paper, two researchers from the Chinese Academy of Sciences described cases of people in Hunan province who had eaten a certain mushroom and experienced, quote, Lilliputian hallucinations.
Well, damn, they can make those genes for us for real.
We just got to eat enough mushrooms, guys.
Yeah.
The psychiatric term for the perception of tiny humans, animal, or fantasy figures. So it has a name. It's so named after the small people who inhabit the fictional Lilliput island of the novel Gulliver's Travels. I wonder if he ate one of these mushrooms.
Did they just explain to me?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
It's for the Gen Zers. They don't read no books. If they ain't on TikTok, they don't know it. The participants saw these figures moving around everywhere, the researchers wrote. Usually there were more than 10 tiny beings in the scene. Quote, they saw them on their clothes when they were dressing and saw them on their dishes when they were eating, the researchers added.
Good God.
The visions were even more vivid when their eyes were closed.
Oh, God. Them just crawling around your eyelids.
Or just crawling in your, just seeing them in your head, like, I guess, dancing a merry jig.
For some reason, that's more horrifying than just seeing them.
Haha, there's no escape.
You, fast as fast can be, you'll never escape me.
Already in the 1960s, Gordon Wasson and Roger Heim, the American author and French botanist who brought the existence of psilocybin mushrooms to the attention of Western audiences, came across something similar in Papua New Guinea. They were searching for a mushroom that a team of missionaries who visited 30 years earlier had said caused the locals to go, quote, insane, a condition that an anthropologist later dubbed mushroom madness.
Oh, that's a Ren and Stimpy cartoon right there.
Unbeknownst to them, what they encountered actually sounds strikingly similar to the current reports from China. They collected specimens of the suspected species and sent them to Albert Hofmann, the Swiss chemist who discovered LSD, for testing. But Hofmann failed to identify any molecule of interest. The team concluded that the stories they heard from the field must have been cultural tales rather than having any pharmacological basis, and no further research was done.
Huh.
So they did not just eat one of the mushrooms themselves to see?
Yeah, why would you not do that?
It was not until 2015 that researchers finally formally described and named L. astica still without much detail about the psychoactive properties.
Huh.
So Domnauer's first goal has been to pin down the species' true identity. In 2023, he traveled to Hunan during the peak summertime mushroom season. He surveyed the province's sprawling fungi markets and asked sellers which of the mushrooms, quote, makes you see little people.
Give me the gnome shrooms.
It's like a guy going for drugs the first time. Hey, do you have... Oh, my God. No, that's dangerous.
He purchased the ones that the giggling vendor pointed to, then brought the specimens back to the laboratory to sequence their genomes.
The giggling vendor just sounds like the guy you don't trust at the market.
This confirmed L. ascetica's identity, he says. In research he is preparing for publication, chemical extracts from the lab specimens produced behavioral changes in mice similar to those reported in humans. After being administered the mushroom extracts, the mice experienced a period of hyperactivity followed by a long stupor where the rodents did not move much.
Real quick question. Do you think the mice saw little mice or did they see little dudes?
I think they saw tinier mice.
See, I think it would be really interesting if it was like they just saw the same elves.
So the mushroom's actually just uncovering the veil of the elf cloaking.
Ding, 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 ding. You nailed it. I like Mike just shut up for a minute because he's like, I gotta let that pass.
I was waiting for David to say something. I didn't know if he had anything else to say.
No, I'm just enjoying the ride.
Okay.
Domnauer also visited the Philippines, where he had heard of rumors of mushrooms causing similar symptoms as those from the historical records from China and Papua New Guinea. The specimens he collected there looked slightly different from the Chinese ones. They were smaller and light pink compared to the larger, redder Chinese mushrooms, he says. But his genetic testing revealed that they were indeed the same species. In December 2025, Domnauer's supervisor also visited Papua New Guinea to search for the mushrooms from the Wasson and Heim records, whose identity, Domnauer says, is still a big question mark. They failed to find any, however, so the mystery still stands. Quote, it could be the same species, which would be surprising because Papua New Guinea typically doesn't share species found in China and the Philippines, says Domnauer. Or it could be a different species, which would be even more interesting from an evolutionary perspective, Domnauer says. This would mean that the same Lilliputian effects have evolved independently in different mushroom species in completely different parts of the world.
This is so fucking weird.
Let's bring him over to those chimps.
Look,
Yeah.
here's... Maybe these mushrooms are like different mushrooms show you different dimensions, and this mushroom just shows you the weird-ass little guy's dimension.
There is precedent for this happening in nature. Scientists, including some working in the same laboratory as Domnauer, recently discovered that psilocybin, the psychedelic mushroom, the psychedelic molecule found in magic mushrooms, independently evolved in two distantly related types of mushrooms.
Huh.
But it's not psilocybin that's giving L. astica mushrooms their Lilliputian effect, says Domnauer.
Yeah.
He and his team are still trying to identify the chemical compounds responsible for the hallucinations in L. astica. Currently, tests suggest it is not likely related to any other known psychedelic compound. For one, the trips it produces are unusually long, commonly lasting 1 to 3 days.
Holy fuck.
3 days of little dudes crawling all over everything and dancing. Do you think you can hear them?
Like you're just trying to take like a fucking shit. You see them dancing on your lap, and one's like, "Hey, you need to help you wipe." Oh my god!
And after an onset of 12 to 24 hours.
Oh my god!
So we'd have to plan in advance to have the little guys tripping.
Oh, this
we'd
is
have to rent a hotel room and
I'm
everything.
hanging with the goblins for 3 days. I'll be back in a bit.
Yeah, we'd have to take a week off. And,
yeah.
I'm gonna need 2 bags of Cheetos, one for me, one for the elves.
One for me, one for the elves. That's great.
Oh, it gets worse. And in some cases, even causing hospital stays of up to a week.
Oh my god, that's great.
What happened to Kevin? He's in the hospital. The elves won't leave him alone.
Because of the extraordinarily long duration of these trips and the chance for prolonged side effects such as delirium and dizziness, Domnauer has yet to try the raw mushroom himself.
You know, I'm not blaming him.
Yeah, the more you learn, the more you're like, maybe you try a little bit once.
I don't remember this "the more you know" thing from NBC.
These mega trips might help to explain why people in China, the Philippines, and Papua New Guinea do not seem to have a tradition of purposefully seeking out L. estrica for its psychedelic effects, according to Domnauer's findings. Quote, "It was always just eaten for food," Domnauer says, with hallucination being an unpleasant side effect, an unexpected side effect. There's another curious factor. Other known psychedelic compounds also usually produce idiosyncratic trips that vary not only from person to person, but also from one experience to the next within the same individual. With L. astrica, though, the perception of this little people's very reliable. The perception of little people is very reliably and repeatedly reported, Domnauer says. I don't know of anything else that produces such consistent hallucinations.
Man, I really kind of want to do this.
And do it in a Waffle House.
Oh, man, you can get mushrooms on your hash browns.
Well,
oh, shit, I can't do it. Mushrooms, Mike.
Yeah, I know.
Shit.
You'd have to get the extract. If they
I'll do
find out
double for you, Kevin.
Oh, thanks, David. That's really going to help me.
We just have an EpiPen. Just get an EpiPen and, some mushrooms.
Uh-huh.
Some little dude mushrooms.
Little dude mushrooms.
Understanding this mushroom will be no easy feat, Domnauer says, but as with studies of other psychedelic compounds, the scientific research it produces could end up touching on the bigger questions of consciousness and the relationship between mind and reality.
And elves.
And little people, yes. It could also provide important clues about what causes spontaneous Lilliputian hallucinations in people when they're not consuming L. estrica.
I swear to God, I thought you were going to say spontaneous human combustion.
The condition is rare, And as of 2021, only 226 non-mushroom related cases have been reported since Lilliputian hallucinations were first described in 1909. But for those relatively few people, the outcome can be serious. A third of those patients who came down with non-mushroom related causes did not fully recover.
Oh, great.
Well, that's just, the psychological thing. That has nothing to do with the mushroom.
Yeah, whatever you're expecting it, I'm sure it's less harsh.
Probably. Studying L. estrica could help scientists better understand the brain mechanisms behind these naturally occurring Lilliputian visions, maybe even leading to new treatments for people who are developing the neurological condition, Domnauer says. Quote, now we may understand where in the brain Lilliputian hallucinations originate, says Dennis McKenna, and that's a big long word, ethnopharmacologist and director of the McKenna Academy of Natural Philosophy, a nonprofit education center in California, U.S., because this is BBC.
Right.
He agrees that understanding the mushroom's compounds could lead to new drug discoveries. Is there a therapeutic application? It remains to be seen, says McKenna. Well, if you have sees big people everywhere, maybe the, Lilliputian trips would even you out.
Sure.
Researchers estimate that less than 5% of the world's fungal species have been described. So the findings also highlight the enormous potential for discovery in the world's ever-dwindling ecosystem, says Frucci, whose work focuses on exploring the fungal kingdom. Fungi hold very large biochemical and pharmacological libraries that we're only just beginning to tap into, says Frucci. There's still a world of discoveries to be made.
I don't remember them talking about this in the mycelial network on Star Trek at all.
Turns out mushrooms are really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of been a theme
for this whole series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mushrooms are weird.
Hey, we had a monkey story, we had Waffle House, we had mushrooms. We're getting the bingo.
Yeah, we're kind of doing pretty good with our bingo sheet this time. So everybody be sure to mark that shit off. So thank you for that, Mike. That is actually really fucking interesting. 'Cause goddamn. So David.
Yeah.
And Mike, you already saw this, but there were competing threads about a topic recently on Reddit. So Reddit already is our segment for this week.
Okay.
And it is a photo of Papoose Lake
Okay.
near Area 51. The location of S4. Now,
Oh, yeah.
yes. Now, David, you're familiar with S4?
Off the top of my head, no.
Okay, this is the facility Bob Lazar allegedly worked at, trying to retro-engineer the sports model UFO.
Right, right.
So, anyway, somebody posted like several photos of S4, and it is some dirt mounds in the desert. One of which is a close-up of one of the dirt mounds with a black square around a section and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 arrows pointing at pixels within the square. And in the bottom corner, it says actual photo.
Yeah, no, it's a very underwhelming picture.
Yeah.
Do we have that linked in here?
I can link it to you.
Yeah, because I want to see this photo.
Okay. I am going to link in host chat. Give me just a second.
Okay.
Host talk.
Yeah.
Control V. All right, that's one. That's the one with the square.
Mm-hmm.
And this next one is just an image. It's The first one is the close up with the square and the arrows. And okay, yeah, you see why this is amazing.
I like the first comment on this second one, needs more arrows.
Yes. And we're going to take a look at the comments because the first one is, they're both in r/UFO, which I want to point out is somehow more critical of things than I thought it would be, as opposed to UFOB, where you can get in trouble for telling someone that is a helicopter. So the one with the arrows, some of the comments are, how does this prove anything? Followed by, came here to say this. I don't see proof. I see speculation, not proof. Followed by, I don't see shit.
I like this one. Look at what the arrows are pointing at. If you don't see it, look harder. Now look even harder. Press the screen directly against your eye. Keep looking. Never stop looking.
Yes.
Enhance.
Yes. Comb the desert. Man, we ain't found shit.
We ain't found shit.
Tuvok.
Man.
Let's see here. Yeah, the whole enhance thing. Oh, God. Lol, what the fuck is this? Bro points to a few pixels in a sea of Gaussian noise and claims it's Jesus.
But it's an actual photograph.
Oh, yeah.
It also proves, don't forget about that.
What are we looking at, man?
Yes, these are great. This is some shit Corbell would take on Rogan, and when he showed it to him, Rogan would act very confused.
Jamie, zoom in on that.
Oh, man. Oh, shit, I might have an S4 face in my backyard sandbox. Should I take a blurry as proof?
How the fuck does this prove anything? I can't see shit in this photo. You might be schizophrenic.
Okay, now, meanwhile, in the other one, again, needs more arrows. Pardon. Sigh, this. This is a picture that shows and proves nothing. Followed by, enjoy your dessert. I wish I could. The ice cream was all melty. One of my favorites is just okay. But my absolute favorite is from Purple Coat 6656. Nice lumps, dude. Disclosure achieved. Oh, man. Okay, here's what I've been hoping for. Call me crazy, but I see it. Can even see what appears to be whole garages on the hill face. I think I count 12. Response to that, please enlighten me. Where? I see them as well. Far right hill face. Base on mountain on far right. Zoom in. You'll see the squares of the hangar bay doors.
I ain't seeing shit.
Yeah, no, it's what everybody's saying. This is the massive evidence to validate all Bob's nonsense claims. Ha ha, this community is a joke.
I mean, you do see a repeating pattern, but the repeating pattern continues off of the out of the box and off to the right side of the mound. So, yeah.
And then someone, and this, I think S4 is further up the mountains. There are 2 pads, heavy worn road in the northwest of the lake bed. It's near Papoose Lake, but not on it.
I mean, this is a really weird promotional thread for Disclosure Day by Steven Spielberg.
Yes, yes, it is. Look deep into the lake of the wake to be woke.
What?
I don't know.
Got nothing on Lake Tit shit.
What?
Yeah, just one of the comments, got nothing on Lake Tit shit, and then the other one, I preferred Cockeyed Ridge. Is that near Cornhole Canyon?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't want to go to Lake Tit shit. That sounds kind of gross.
Oh, man.
Wow. Yeah, no, I just found it really amusing that it got 2 threads and it's almost entirely what the fuck, bro. So yeah. Let's see if there's any more. Wow, there are a lot more comments in this one.
Well, I'm now looking at r/UFO. The first article I'm seeing, or the first post, is about the missing scientists.
Yep, that'll happen.
And then there's breaking news from the American Alchemy Discord. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I've hopped over to r/UFOB.
That's right, because they had the UFO guys like, this is too crazy even for us.
Yeah. Old 4chan post predicts World War III and alien invasion. Yeah. Let me see. These orbs just flew over my head in daylight. Metallic spheres. Now, there are a lot of videos I've seen on here where people are like trying to say it's a UFO, and then you find out they ran it through AI to enhance it. And it turned it into like, oh, wow, this is neat. It's a UFO that's been run through AI, and it looks like the ship that brought Superman to Earth in the Richard Donner film.
Was this that star-shaped thing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't see how, like, so there's those, but then there's the thermal images that show a 4-pointed star.
I know.
I'm like, what? Can these people not count?
Triangle UAP near Lake Pend, Oriel, Idaho. That is a cloud, sir. That is a cloud. A cloud. I love UFOB. I don't want to badmouth them in case one of them hears this, but like, holy shit, this is insane.
Ufophobe.
Ufophobe. Yes, let's all remember, everyone, join Ufophobe. Anyway, that's our segment for the week. I just really wanted to share that because apparently that was supposed to be a big deal, a really big deal. So how do we feel, guys, about our stuff for the week here?
Well,
I don't feel good about the monkey wars, but I feel good about everything else.
Okay, David.
I just want us to know that there has been an important Alex Chu update.
Oh, no.
He says that war between the U.S. and Iran will last until 2027.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's a good guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to shit on that guess, but whatever.
Also, he started playing Monopoly on Nintendo 64, and the players are a lot more intelligent. That's the title of one of the videos. So.
My head hurts after that. Wow.
Oh, this is a fun one. Game theory shit here. United States will never beat China based on Monopoly board game rules.
What?
What?
That's his video. United States will never beat China based on the Monopoly board game rules.
But we're not playing them in Monopoly.
It's called game theory for a reason, Kevin.
That's
the
not
theory
just
of the game.
Theory to
that's not just a
real life
theory.
scenarios.
That's a game theory. Yeah. Fucking Matt Pat. Anyway, thank you everyone for listening to whatever the hell this has been. We have still got the zine in the planning stages. David, have we gotten stuff?
We've had a few more things trickle in, but yeah, also like we need to start spreading the news again. Like I've been like throwing together some ads. I need to do another
cool.
like advertisement run. Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. So remember, we have a zine. The theme is alien encounters. So if you have art or stories about alien encounters, please send those in. We will put them in the zine, and it will be free, and you can print it out and do what you like with it. So, Fun stuff. So, thank you everyone for listening. We'll be back next week with another episode. If you would like to learn more about the show, head to supernatpod.rocks. That is supernatpod.rocks. You can find our store, our Patreon, a link to our Discord, which is full of really wonderful people, and all that sorts of fun stuff. So, until next time, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye.
Good night. Don't see the little people.
No, do see the little people. They sound awesome.
I don't know, man. You close your eyes and you're just still running around. That's pretty fucked up.
Never stop seeing the little people.
Never stop. Ever.
If a little person took this, would they see littler people?
Oh my god. It's like a recursive, it's like a fractal. It's little dudes all the way down.